Hello everyone, we are back live, so sorry about that. We are trying to do the live stream again. Hopefully this time it works. Probably it's because the bad internet here. And yeah, let's start everything again from the beginning. So please let me know. Please let me know in the comments if the stream stops working. Yeah, just a second, I need to edit the description of this video in order to make it more in order to be discovered for other people. So I'm writing the tags and then I'll save them, and I'm gonna be back. Okay, keywords saved, and hopefully the stream still works. Yeah, hello everyone again. Please let me know in the comments if you encounter any technical problems, if the stream stops, and yeah, let's start the conversation. So again, for those of you who don't know, I'm Petru. You are watching WellCode. We are releasing I think once every couple of days a new video about coding. And if you're from Romania, we also have a platform where you can learn how to write code. It's called wellcode.ro. It's the same as our Instagram and Facebook ID. And yeah, I'm here in Los Angeles, California, where I'm doing an internship with Google. The internet is very slow here. Probably I'll try to do a live stream from Google, where I work from. We have decent internet there on the guest network, better in the most places, but not better than the internet I have back home. I'm wondering if you can hear me. Please leave me a message on the chat. At least if the sound's okay. I see that the image is not perfect. It's far from being good. So let me know in the chat if you can hear me okay, or if we should stop the live stream and try again tomorrow. Okay. Anyone else can hear me? Yeah. Okay. Great. So yeah, I have 2 more weeks from my internship, 2 weeks and 2 days, and I'm almost at the end. So I can't wait to go back to Romania and start doing this thing daily as I used to do it. Don't forget, if you have friends who also watch WellCode, don't forget to tell them that we are back here, we are back live, and yeah, we are looking forward to talking to you. Simina says, my biggest question about coding is, can I learn to code even if I'm stupid? I'm serious. Thanks for the question, Simina. We already have a video. It's not released. It hasn't been released yet, but it answers exactly that question. We get that a lot on email, on the support box, on the chat. So yeah, the short answer is, instead of focusing on thinking, oh, am I too stupid, am I too smart, am I able to learn how to write code, you should focus more on the things you need to improve on yourself. I think I did a mistake in the title. Yeah, I fixed the mistake. I spelled daily wrong. So if you have questions, you can still phrase them in the wrong way. No one cares. We just want to talk. So don't worry about writing them in a wrong way. Yeah, the title is updated now, so it's okay. Yeah, so you can of course learn how to write code. Stop thinking that you're stupid. You can think if if you can start wondering if you are stupid and you can't learn how to write code, if you work for 1 year, 4 hours every day. So if you're doing that and if you're still wondering, oh, am I stupid? Then yeah, you probably need to change the things you're doing. But until you work 1 year in a very disciplined way, in a very focused way for 4 hours every day, until then you need to invest your energy in a more clever way. What's your opinion about Arduino? I don't have an opinion about Arduino. I didn't do anything close to hardware, so yeah, I'm sorry, I can't tell you anything about it. Okay, can you work at Google as a software engineer if you don't graduate a university? Yeah, I think you can also search on Google. So yeah, search on Google if you can work for Google. You can search on Google if you can do that. There are examples, and if you have a good resume with a lot of personal projects, I don't see why you couldn't get an interview, because the most difficult part is getting an interview. After you got your interviews, it's all on you. So if you do well at the interviews, you can work there. And before I jump to the next questions, please let me know in the comments, what are you doing right now? Probably most of you are from Romania. I don't think there's anyone else outside the country. And please let me know what you are doing right now. Are you enjoying the nice 3-month-long school holiday, or are you just coming from work? I think it's 6:20 p.m. in Romania, so probably most of you are relaxing. But I'm wondering, what are you doing right now? What keeps you here on YouTube watching me on the live stream? Alex is enjoying the live. Yeah, let's see what else. I would be very grateful if someone could go on the Facebook group and post a message that we are back live, in order to bring more people, to have more interesting conversation. And yeah, let's talk more about it. So please go on the Facebook group and post a message, say that we are live again, that you can hear me and everything. And yeah, let's see how everything works out. Angela asks us, what do you think about Faculty of Computational Economics? If I want to work on programming, I'm pretty sure I can learn at home and buy courses, but does the faculty help somehow? I don't know exactly which faculty are you referring to, but most of the faculties in Romania are all the same thing. So it's a good thing that they are free, and it's a good thing that you have a great community. So I try to go in one of the big cities, because there are more the students in the big cities are better, because they buy into the idea that, oh, the faculties in the big cities are better. So you need to go in one of those cities. And otherwise, if you are really disciplined and able to work hard on your own, and you don't need to be pushed from behind, then don't go at a university where it's too stressful. Find something which is easier, which doesn't have a lot of requirements, and just focus on learning on your own. And another important thing, focus on getting as many friends as possible who are better than you, who know more about coding and more about programming than you know. That's the most important thing. So the community is very important. I remember when I finished high school and I wanted to apply at internships, it was a bit difficult, because I didn't know a lot of people. There were some people who helped me apply, who told me what I need to do, but I think we were only 2 people who applied from my year, and after that after that, I failed the interview, so I wanted to apply for Google Summer of Code, which is a great thing, and I highly recommend it. And I didn't have. I think there was only one colleague who also applied from the whole year of like 200 or 300 students, and I found out that he applied only after the application period ended. I think I asked, oh, did anyone apply? And most of the people said no. And he said, oh yeah, I applied and got accepted. And it could have been better if I knew him, because probably I would have get accepted. Okay, hello Don Powell. Yeah, so for those of you who speak Romanian, don't forget to check Don Powell's channel. He's editing our video. So if you're wondering how am I able to film that many videos, and how am I able to edit them and create so much content, I'm not able. Paul helps me a lot. So you can see the name of his channel in the right hand side at the comments. He's asking for likes, so don't forget to hit the like button and to subscribe to our channel if you haven't done that already. Probably all of you here are subscribers, so please let me know in the comments if you're already subscribed for the channel. I wonder that, so just put there a comment saying subscribed. I wonder how many of the people watching are already subscribed, and if there is anyone who is watching me for the first time, even though I highly doubt it. We're here around friends. Yeah, Alex tells me to speak in Romanian. Paul, please don't delete his message. We can let the Romanian comments there. I'll do my best translating them. Yeah, so I won't speak in Romanian because I want this live to be on the channel and afterwards. So, but we'll use English. Yeah, I know it's easier for you to understand me in Romanian, but if I'm talking in Romanian, then you won't exercise it. So let's forget all the thing about going international with WellCode. Let's forget all that. Let's focus on you, Alex, and let's focus on each viewer. So WellCode is about learning how to write code, okay? And if you are if you are settling for the easy way in learning how to write code, forget about English. Yeah, if you're settling on that, you want to be the best coder possible. It's not okay to just search for the easy content, just do the easy things, because if you do the easy things, you won't be able to have a good job. I wonder if in the next 10 years you'll be able to get a job at all, because probably the most easy things like CSS and HTML probably will get automated, or the degree of automation will be a lot higher. So you'll need to know the difficult things in order to be able to be a good programmer. And the same things go for English. So if you're in a company who speaks only Romanian, who doesn't have any international clients, you're probably not in the right thing. Imagine how big is Romania compared to the world. So Romanian population is almost 20 million. However, I think like 8 million people live outside the country. So there are 11 million people who live in Romania. However, most of them are old people, and yeah, they won't buy anything. I'm just trying to analyze the size of the market, and the world population is 7.4 billion. So we have 7.4 billion world population over billion, not million, over 11 million. So the size of Romania, so if we want to look at this as percentages, is 0.11%. So Romania is 0.1% of the world. So if you want to work for a company who serves 0.1% of the world, then probably you're not doing anything interesting, you're not doing anything big, you're not doing you're not doing anything important. Yeah, so you work at Google, I Google at work. Thanks, Katalin. What do you think about the book Head First See? I don't know anything about the book Head First See. However, I've heard some great things about the books in the series Head First, so probably they are good books. I don't recommend learning from books. You have a Romanian name, so I would suggest you just go on WellCode and learn coding from there. Yeah, so usually it's not a good idea to learn from books. To learn coding from books, you need a computer. You need to be in front of the computer, start typing, start learning how to write code, and execute the programs, like run them, see how they work. That's the most important thing. Just be in front of the computer and experiment with it, especially in the beginning, because the Head First books are for beginners, and you need to be in front of the computer. You need to write code. You need to experiment as much as possible, especially in the beginning. In the beginning, the only thing you need to care about is the number of lines you are writing. Okay, the number of lines you're writing without copy pasting them. Okay. Oh, you already finished WellCode. Have you finished have you ever finished the premium module? Okay. Cristurian Razvan. So Razvan told me, can you please speak about your experience at Google? What language are you using, etc.? I'll do a separate live video once we get more people to watch the live stream. I'll do a separate one in which I'll talk only about that. So there will be a live video only talking about what you need to learn in order to work at Google, and I think another live will be just about the technologies who are used, about the projects. I need to learn more about that, and I need to know if I'm not saying anything confidential. But yeah, there will definitely be a live stream about that. So don't forget to subscribe to our channel if you haven't done that already, because I'll talk about that too. Elvis is pointing out that I calculated wrongly, so yeah, sorry about that. Yeah, 0.1% was too big. Yeah, you're right. Ramon is saying, if I'm doing a university here in Romania, what can I do after I graduate? Yeah, you can do anything you want to. Like, you can work as a software engineer, you can go outside the country and do a master's or a PhD, and you will be able to get a job in research. I already put out a video about it. I think it's the third video in the career path series. Yeah, I don't know if I can find the link to it. Yeah, it's called I Know How to Code, Now What? This is the video, and you can check it out. Oh, wrong paste. Sorry. Yeah, that's how the video is called. You can search for it now. Oh my God, we're already at 25 viewers. I didn't expect that. Yeah, so I wonder if you are watching this, if you have already subscribed to our channel, or if it's a new, or if it's the first time you are watching us. So please let me know in the comments. Please type there, oh, I'm already subscribed, or no, I'm a new viewer. And yeah, and also don't forget to hit the like button if you like what I'm talking about. C and C++ are very similar, right? They are very similar. So the code written in C is compatible with C++. The other way around is not true. And yeah, and the difference is that C++ came, I think, in the 1970s, around that time. And the thing about C++ was that it introduced object-oriented programming, which is let's give you an example. So I know you like live coding, so let's do that quickly. So what can you do with C++? Just a quick introduction. Okay, let's maximize this thing. Yeah, if it loads, please let me know if it crashes, if anything crashes. Okay, so before C++, you couldn't do the following thing. So let's say I want to have a person. I want to store data about a person. Right now in C++, I can do the following thing. I can have a person and have its name. Let's say it can have 20 characters. Let's say first name. I can have his last name, and I can group those things together. I can have age, or I can have birth year. I can store all sorts of this information, and then I can just declare a variable of type person, which is like this, and I already have all the information grouped together. So this is one thing about C++. However, I could have done this in C by doing struct, but yeah, I think I will want yes, the thing is with C++ is that you can also have functions here. So private, those are private, but I can also have let's say I don't have age. I have the birth year, I have the birth month, and I have the birth day. Okay, and having this information, I could compute the age. So if I store this kind of information, it's not a good idea to store the age, because I may want this information 1 year after I've stored the information about the person. If I've stored that, oh, she has she's 22 years old, 1 year afterwards she'll be 23, and the information I've stored in the database is wrong. However, if I store data like this, I don't care about it. So I can say I can write the function public, which will be int get age. So based on the year and on the month and of the day, I can return. Let's say get current year minus, let's assume we have this function which returns the year we are in, minus birth year. Yeah, obviously this thing will be more complicated, so it's not that easy. Every programmer hates hates dealing with dates, but you got the idea. We are not talking about dates, we are talking about object-oriented programming. And we can also have a function, let's say void print name, where we can print the first name and then the last name. So we can have all those things together which are related to the same thing, to the same concept, and we can use them, and this thing keeps the code cleaner. So we have all those concepts together, so everything related to a person is together, and it's easier to use. And even if you're using other languages like Java or any other object-oriented language, it helps a lot in some cases. I'm not saying that that this is the solution for all the problems, but it definitely helps a lot. And this was the main difference. This is what C++ brought to the game after C. And yeah, so before that, it was complicated to do that kind of things, and yeah, you couldn't have functions inside objects. Okay, let's see what are the people here talking about. Okay, we have 20 viewers here. I'm very excited. I see new names here in the chat. So Flo, can you please tell me what college should I apply for if I'm very good at programming but I don't know math so well? So in Romania, a nice thing in Romania, a good specialization, a good major. So for those, I'll explain you what major is, because you probably don't know about that. So in the US, you get accepted at the university, but you don't have a specialization. So in Romania, you know already when you apply for university that you're gonna do computer science. Here in US, it's a bit different. So you apply for college, you do, I think the first year or the first 2 years, you do. You have a lot of optional courses, and but you have to take, I think, history, or you need to choose from some subjects who may not be related, who are not related to computer science, and afterwards, based on the courses you choose to have from on the whole 4 years, you'll get a major, which is basically the thing you're specialized in. But in Romania, it's different. In Romania, you choose your major right at the beginning. Okay, so a good major is the math and computer science, which is called Math Info. And if you're not good at math, that's a really good option, because you'll get better at math because of that. Just a second, I need to drink some water. Okay, and math's really helpful. Math will help your mind work better. It will help your mind be more disciplined. It will make your thoughts be on point, so they won't wander around that much, and math is very helpful for that. So I'll suggest going, and if you already know how to write code, then it doesn't make a lot of sense to go to a college where you have a lot of coding classes. And if you're doing math and computer science, it's better because you don't have that many computer science courses, but still on your diploma at the end of the college, you'll still get a computer science written on it. Oh, hello Cosmin, I'm glad you joined the live stream. How hot is it here? Let's see. Los Angeles weather. Okay, and it's 35 degrees already. Yeah, I'll be here for 10 more minutes, and then I'll go to work to enjoy the free food at Google. We're gonna release a video only about food at Google. So if you haven't subscribed yet, don't forget to hit the subscribe button. Also, don't forget to hit the like button. And also, if you have any other questions, or if you have things you want to talk about, let me know in the comments. I really wonder what are your thoughts, what are you thinking about tech in general, what are the things you are learning. Yeah, so don't forget to let me know in the comments. Let's start a conversation. Let's talk about exciting things about tech. I've met a lot of interesting people. Yeah, so here in LA, there almost everyone is doing something. So it happened to me a lot of times when I needed to take an Uber or a Lyft, which are ride-sharing services. I don't know if you have them in your city. It's very interesting. They are a bit better than cabs because you have an app, you know when they arrive. You can find more about them online, but the thing is that a lot of times when I'm traveling with Uber and talking with the driver, he has something doing on his side. So he's trying to start a business, or he's trying to become an actor, or he's trying to become a musician. LA is very big for art, so music and for films, and that's really interesting. So there are a lot of people who are doing interesting things here compared to Romania. So in Romania, if you take a cab, a taxi, and you're trying to talk with the driver, oh wow, what are you doing, and he will just talk about politics or about soccer, and he doesn't have any plan about what he wants to do. So this is an interesting thing here, like people are trying to do things and they're trying to learn and become better. Okay, no questions. Okay, if you don't have any questions, let's look on Hacker News and let's see what are some interesting articles today. So in Romania, at a lot of morning shows, there's this thing called Revista Presei, in which the person who is presenting the show has some newspapers, and he talks about the main titles there. Here is morning, so I guess I can do that. I know that in Romania it's already late, but yeah, it's we can still do it, right? Like we can do the Revista Presei thing. And the word by word translation is the magazine of the press. It doesn't sound that good in English, but yeah. Okay, so I got a question from Dot. Yeah, that's a nice name, Dot. What YouTube channel for learning programming do you recommend besides WellCode? Yeah, I have a good recommendation in English. So accepting the Romanian ones, which you already know, there's Andy Sterkowitz. I did a collaboration with him. He's a great guy. He taught himself alone how to write code, so that's very exciting. And I did an interview with him. It will be soon on our channel. This is his channel. It's incredibly good. He's working remotely, so if you're into that, into working remotely, if you're into learning to code on your own, you need to check his channel. It's very good, and he's a very, very nice guy and very smart. Okay, and until I get more questions, let's start reading the titles here. Let's see if I'm finding anything interesting. So this is the website. I check a lot for tech news. I don't like checking the regular news because there's too much politics and too much sad things, and they get me sad, so I avoid reading the news. I know that there's a big protest in Romania today. I wonder if people will come. Hello, Andrei Puni. Please use English. He's a fan of our live stream. It was the idea of doing live stream is Andrei's, and yeah, he encouraged me to do that. I'm very happy he's here with us for the second season of WellCode Daily. So hello, Andrei. Okay, yeah, I'm getting distracted. So I said I'll do the Revista Presei thing, and I'm trying to find some interesting titles here on Hacker News. The terrible what if, how OCD makes every day a matter of life or death. Oh, I don't want to go into that because it's a Guardian article, and I used to like the articles on the Guardian, but I feel that lately in the last year, in the last 2 years, they've gotten too extreme. So they're a bit against free markets and a bit against corporations, which I feel that it can be good somehow, but they are just crossing the line. So I stopped reading the Guardian. Okay, so Facebook has ended the ability to automatically post tweets onto profiles or pages, and this is interesting. So this is actually on the Twitter website. So important, a recent update to Facebook platform policies ended the ability to automatically post tweets to Facebook profile or page. So this was a help article which showed you how you can post on Facebook after you also when you post on Twitter. So it's the same thing as if you go online on Instagram and post a photo, you can post it at the same time on Facebook. It probably was the same thing on Twitter. So whenever you tweeted something, probably you could also post it on Facebook automatically. And this is a very very interesting article and very interesting perspective, because basically Twitter and Facebook are two competing social networks, and by allowing users on Twitter to post their tweets on Facebook, people could go from Facebook to Twitter to that person's Twitter account, and they could register, and basically Twitter would gain more users. And yeah, so probably the move is because Facebook don't want people to spend their whole attention, their whole time on Twitter. So one thing that they told us at Facebook on our first day, so when we just started our internship, was that our goal is to keep the people as long as possible on Facebook, so make them spend as much as possible there. And it makes a lot of sense, because if you spend more time on Facebook, you're seeing more ads, and if you're seeing more ads, Facebook earns more money, because they get paid based on the number of views their ads get, or based on the number of clicks. So if you're spending more time there, they are making more money. Okay, so yeah, if there are a lot of links from Facebook to Twitter, people will just spend their attention on Twitter if there are interesting enough things there. I don't totally get how Twitter works, so I used to have a Twitter account and follow a few persons who are very well known in tech, but I didn't get the idea of Twitter. I didn't like it. Like, yeah, I would maybe check it once per day in order to find interesting articles, but I didn't get hooked on it like I get on Facebook. So I get on Facebook tens of times a day and watch about what my friends are doing, but I didn't have that with Twitter. But probably they're getting better at engagement, so a lot of people here in the US are using Twitter, and a lot of businesses here, and it feels that it's cleaner than Facebook. Doesn't have that many ads, and the posts there are more interesting. Or I think if you follow the right people, I may have the wrong idea, because I only followed tech people. Yeah, so Facebook is shutting down sharing on Twitter. Let's see what other interesting titles we have here on Hacker News. Handling of US trade disputes caused rift in Chinese leadership. Yeah, this is interesting. US has a trade war with China. I don't want to go into politics because I don't have a lot of experience with that. Okay, New York Times reports 24 million profit thanks to digital subscribers. Yeah, this is interesting because the New York Times is one of the biggest new names in the news industry, and they used to be on print. I think they are still on print. I think they still have a printed version. Yeah, so as any newspaper, they have a lot of politics. So in the second quarter of 2018, New York Times added 109,000 digital-only subscribers. So those were people who are not reading the printed edition, and this is a big number. I wish we would have on WellCode 109,000 users. We are currently at around 30,000. So we need to do 3 times that. Yeah, so they are growing. I'm happy that that news publications start growing, because there was a big problem 1 year or 2 years ago when the Facebook exploded, and basically you could get anything online, and because of that the fake news websites were getting bigger, and you didn't need a lot of expertise to just go online and publish an article and write something. As you can see, I'm doing YouTube, and I'm talking about things online, and it was not a big effort. So it's way easier to write an article than to start a live stream, because you don't even need a program. And because of that, the quality of the content on the internet dropped. Like, there were all sorts of clickbait articles, there were all sorts of articles where the news there was not 100% accurate. So and because everything is free, there was a problem. Like, how could the New York Times pay their journalists in order to write good articles? And I'm happy to see that they started growing. Right now, I think you need to pay a fee in order to read articles. I think you can get free articles per week. I'm not sure exactly. And I'm happy that they have subscribers, and they have 99 millions in the second quarter as a revenue. So the revenue jumped 20% compared to the last year. So the 20% growth is very good. I'll put a link in the comment section because it's very, very interesting. I suggest you read that, and it's very interesting to look at how internet evolves, and probably we'll do this once per week after I'm back with the daily live streams. So I'll just look at the news and find the most interesting articles. Oh, okay, wow, there are so many questions. Sorry, I didn't read that. I'm very, very, very happy that you are here with me. Even though we're only 22 people, there is a lot of talk going on here, so I'm very happy about that. Okay, Dot asked me, if you want to learn more programming languages, how much you think you need to know from a language so you can get to the next one? There will be a video coming probably today or probably the following days about programming languages, but the thing is that you need to master one programming language. I highly suggest you learn C++. You need to learn everything from arrays, matrices, recursion, backtracking, and object-oriented programming. And after you learn that, after you know how to do that in C++, it would be very easy to switch to any other language if you understand the principles. And yeah, that's my suggestion. Wow, 4 more minutes. Okay, let's see if I can answer every question here. How can you navigate the tree from leaves to the root to find the maximum path using the adjacency matrix of a tree in C++? Well, first of all, I don't think it's a good idea to hold the tree in a adjacency matrix, because the adjacency matrix is so basically you have n edges in n-1 edges in a tree, and the matrix is n times n. So yeah, that problem is a bit stupid. Okay, do you deal with algorithms at your internship? Not yet. Probably I'll do some machine learning. I'm not sure about that, but yeah. Is the Mac or a fan making the noise? Yeah, probably the fan of the Mac. It gets heated. I don't know why. I think my other laptop used to get hit too. Probably the fan was not that loud. Okay, thank you. I like the platform very much. Keep up the good work. Thanks a lot, Alex. If I finished WellCode courses, what do you think it's more important to do next? Do a mini project so I can feel more comfortable with OOP, or I should just focus on solving problems? Oh, Aline, it depends a lot. So if you're still in high school, I highly suggest you go into coding contests, into Olympiads. So you go there and start participating in those and become better. If you're not in high school anymore, yeah, I suggest you are starting to do some mini projects, learn OOP. I don't know if you saw the bot.wellcode.ro course. It has the more advanced notions in it. Okay, so either way, Danny started with web development, but I also want to learn software engineering. Should I learn both? Not at the same time. of course, I'm 16. Yeah, one tendency I see at young people, at people who are 16, they're trying to learn multiple things and they don't master one of them. They don't become very good at anything. So I suggest you are taking one thing, just one thing. If it's web development, go for web development. If it's some other thing, go go to another thing, but just learn it good. Like become one of the best in the field at it, and afterwards you can start experimenting with other things. But yeah, do that. And I don't know what you mean by software engineering, because web development is also software engineering. So if you are writing backend, that's definitely software engineering. If you're just doing HTML and CSS, that's not enough. You need to learn how to write backend. And as I told Aline, it's a very good idea. If you're still in high school, go to coding contests and Olympiads. It will help you a lot. They look very, very good in your resume, so you will get a lot of interviews because of that. Also, I see there are more people now watching this video, so don't forget to hit the like button. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel if you haven't done that already. It helps me a lot, so don't forget to do that. And okay, Andrei is asking, why is everyone talking in English? And yeah, we are talking in English because it's very good for you to learn English if you want to become a good programmer. If you want to settle on Romanian and on working for Romanian companies who work only with Romanian customers, please leave the channel. And when you're ready to become a good programmer, like one who's in the top, who knows how to do things very well, you're welcome to come back. Until then, just go and learn from some other Romanian channel, and you can settle for less. You can settle off being a programmer who's not that good. Yeah, but if you want to become good, come here on WellCode. If you want to become like a mediocre programmer, then yeah, you can go somewhere else. Okay, is Linux more useful than Windows? It used to be more useful. It used to be a lot better for programmers. However, there's a lot of bugs on Linux. So if you can develop your things on Windows, I'd recommend that. My favorite operating system is the Mac, because it has the both things from Linux and Windows. So it has the Linux command line, and it has the stability of Windows. Yeah, that's why. It's because Linux. So most of the tools for developers are written in Linux, because you have the command line, you have the terminal. I show you what the terminal is. How do I share my screen? Okay, so this is a terminal. You can okay, you can type commands in here. There's an email address because someone asked me to activate his account on the platform. So this is the terminal. You can type things in here. You can write commands, and it's very useful because if you want to iterate through all the files in a directory, you can do ls, and then you can search for a certain name here. So let's say we want to search for things which begin with D, and we found all the directories who start with D. And Linux is very powerful for working with text files. I don't think you can do that in Windows yet that easily. So yeah, that's one very powerful thing about Linux, and there are a lot more awesome things. Okay, how can I code more than 2 hours without getting bored? Well, how can I code more than 2 hours without getting bored? It's about having a purpose. So if you want to earn a lot of money, if you want to come do internships with Google in Los Angeles, if you want to do other interesting things, just write them all on paper, and then stick your paper in front of you on a wall, and look. Every time you get bored, look at that paper, look at your purposes. Think about the nice cars you're gonna buy if you know how to write code very well, or other things you want to do. So yeah, stick that on your wall, and always look at that whenever you're getting bored. Yeah, probably programming is not pleasant in the beginning. I still get bored sometimes. I still want to stop writing code sometimes, But that's normal. Like, who would like just sit all day in front of the computer? So it's a normal thing to but if you are setting yourself a purpose, then you will become you'll become better, you'll become more focused. Yeah, you can Cosmin's advice are very good. You just don't sit there and code for 2 hours. You can take breaks, you can have a water, or you eat something, or meet with some friends and then go back. You can also listen to music. Okay, if I finish WellCode's tutorials, I can say I learned C++. You can say that you learn some C++. You still need to learn object-oriented programming. So in right after the internship, I'll start working on an object-oriented programming course, and on a course which is more about the industry and more about the practical skills that you need. So until now, it was all about the basics, the really small basics. But now that we covered them, we can go into more advanced stuff. So I'm very excited. I can't wait to do that, and can't wait to release that course. So Don Paul has a great advice. He also has a great YouTube channel, so don't forget to check his channel. He says that try 5 minutes pause after 30 minutes of coding. To be a good programmer, you need to know match in a high level. What's match? Other type, if you can, please rephrase your questions. I'd be very happy to answer it. There are no subtitles for this video. I'm sorry. So I wonder how was the first live in English, because we're gonna end up soon. If you liked it, if you could understand what I was talking about, if you felt like that it was hard for you to ask questions, please let me know in the comments before ending the video. So please let me know what you think about the first live stream in English. There will be more. Okay, let's see the other questions. Can you work in Java at Google? Definitely you can work in Java at Google, because Google has Android, and a lot of Android apps are written in Java. Hey, I was watching the Samsung conference. Can someone make a TLDR of the live stream? I didn't know there was a Samsung conference. Probably I would have talked about that. So sorry, I don't know what happened there. After C++, what should I learn? After C++, you could learn, you can go to Olympiads if you're still a student, so stick with C++, or you can learn web development. JavaScript is a nice language to know nowadays. Also a scripting language like Python, Perl, or Ruby. And also functional programming is really nice. So if you want to develop your brain, if you want to become smarter, then go for functional programming. What about if I like informatics and C++, but I'm not good in physics? Is it good to go in a faculty of informatics without giving the exam? Is it as good as the one which includes the exam? You need to definitely go to a faculty which has an exam. If you want to have smart colleagues, you won't learn more than in a faculty without an exam, or you won't learn a lot more, but you'll have better colleagues. So that's the difference. I made a video in Romanian about colleges, and probably I'll do one in English after I know enough about the ones who are outside Romania. I'm understanding everything. I'm happy about that. Oh, TLDR of this live, not the Samsung one. Well, I'll end up this live soon, so you can watch it again. I usually like to watch the videos on YouTube on 2x speed. Oh my god, it's past 9 here, so I'm sorry, but I need to end up this live stream. I need to go to work, and obviously before work I'll have a nice free breakfast. Don't forget to follow us on social medias, to follow us on Instagram, on Facebook. Don't forget to join the Facebook groups. We have one group which is in Romania, which is more active, but also there's a group for English. So don't forget to join our 2 groups. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel if you haven't done already. For those of you who are in Romania, I wish you all a nice evening. Don't forget to start writing code. Don't forget to become better at writing code, and don't forget to check our videos. I try to put a lot of interesting things there. I try to put a lot of useful ideas and a lot of advices for someone who wants to learn how to write code. So check those out. If you haven't liked this video, don't forget to hit the like button, don't forget subscribe and all the useful stuff, and don't forget to check Don Paul's channel if you are from Romania, because it's a very funny channel. So go there and check out his videos, and until next time, I wish you all the best and I hope you'll have an awesome evening.